child. Oh, so now you have your perma-grin on. I know, here's me like, okay, it's just another day. How are you?
Good, Maria. How are you doing today?
I'm good. You know, I can't believe how quick January and now February
Time's flying.
is going. So my oldest daughter had her first experience of traveling by herself. I mean, she's 18, but this is the first time she's actually have done it all by herself.
And when you say travel, you mean like she went on an airplane
Airplane,
all by herself.
all that, which is inevitable, especially if you have kids that are going away to school. But thank God she didn't go away to school. But yet, still,
Were you nervous, or were you like, how were you knowing that she was traveling all by herself?
If she had gone maybe 2 years ago or even last year, I would be nervous because I know she did not have any experience doing any of that stuff. But after last summer, when we traveled to Europe for a month, well, almost a month, we went on planes and trains and boats and everything, like on a cruise. So it was a whole mixture of all these different types of travel, and then I was very confident this time that I knew that she would be fine.
That she was ready.
She was ready, and even she felt that she was ready, because she's like, oh, I can. But she does have anxiety about flying. She did have anxiety about the flying because of everything that just happened with the crashes that's been on the news and all that. So she almost wanted to cancel. And just like, she goes, I can't do this because my daughter has anxiety to begin with. So she's like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm going to go. But my sisters.
She wanted to go visit her aunt, right?
Well, yes, she stayed with my sisters, but the thing she's going for was a concert, which she's going with my sister. Well, they already did.
Yeah.
So they went to that concert together. But so my sisters talked her into going, so she went. She did it all by herself and everything. So now she's comfortable flying by herself.
But you walked her through the whole thing. I remember you were telling me that when she was at the airport, you taught her like, oh, this is the checkout, or this is how you do this.
Well, when she arrived, she was a little bit confused because she's like, she called me. She's like, Mom, this is not where we go. She goes, oh, because she got dropped off at the baggage claim area, not at the departure area. So I said, go upstairs, take the escalator, go upstairs. And then that's where you'll see all the different airlines and the front desk, the check-in areas and stuff like that. So she called me, so I walked her through that whole process, like finding it and how to get her her luggage tags through the kiosk, because now you have to do self-service, right?
Exactly.
You have to get your luggage tags and if you want your boarding pass, because even though she already has it on her phone, and then you're checking in your luggage and everything. So
exactly.
So now once she did that, she's all good, and then coming back home, she didn't have to call me. She called me when she already passed security, and already checked in everything.
Yeah.
So now I'm very confident that.
Well, that's a really big deal. I mean,
I didn't think so, but I guess looking back, it is.
I mean, she's your oldest, so that was your first child, and knowing that, like,
oh yeah, it's a milestone, right?
It is a milestone. It's a huge milestone.
She can go and do all that. Again, I mean,
she's becoming independent. I mean, she is
already independent.
She is,
because living on her own, somewhat in the dorms. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, so
I think that's very important too for like children to just learn how to become like independent. I sent my daughter away to camp 2 years ago and last year, and I'm not lying to you. The first year I sent her away, you would have thought that I was sending her away to boarding school. She's like, "Why are you doing this to me? Why are you sending me away?"
talked about that. Yeah.
Yes, and I couldn't. So when I dropped her off, I literally just saw her like standing there with and there's like a field of kids, and she's just standing there, and I'm like, I can't let this be like the last picture in my mind, because I wasn't going to see her for a whole week, and this was the first time that like we would have been separated. Yeah. So I asked one of the counselors if they can go talk to her, and she had a great time, and that's kind of a big deal, because I was like, she didn't have me around, and when you're at camp, like have to be independent. Like they're
Well,
not
yeah.
they're not going to be like, okay, it's time for you to make your bed. It's time for you to do this. You have to make sure that you're up at a certain time, and if you want to eat, you have to be like in that room to go eat at a certain time, or you don't get to eat. So she learned a lot, and it made me feel really good that we both survived.
Right. And then how old was she when you did that?
14, 13, 12.
Well, that's a really good age.
Yeah. So she was 12.
Because I never did. I never put my kids to camp, which, in a way, I wish I did. But then you know, we traveled so much, so it was for me. It was just that way of teaching how to
become
do what we do, learn from what we do, and that was something that my daughter did say to me. Just like after all the traveling we've done, she's like, I think I know what to do, but it just kind of walked me through as far as like how the check-in process is and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And because I usually would be like the one like we would go to the airport and I have everybody's stuff like
you're
here,
like here.
Exactly. So that was the stuff that they didn't know. They just figured, okay. So the whole like checking in stuff is what she was missing. So finally now she knew what to do. I mean, security is no problem. She knows what to do. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And all my kids know what to pack. They've learned what to put in your carry-on and what not to put in your...
I'm still in that process of, oh my gosh.
The packing stuff and like the liquids and all that stuff. And especially when we went to Europe, I said, you have to travel light. Because we're going to be traveling from going to different places. I said, it's hard for you to be, having all these luggages. So they've learned how to pack light.
I need to teach my daughter how to pack. I think I need to learn how to let go and have her do things more on her own.
You should have her pack on her
own.
own.
Okay, so when just like the little trip we took to Flagstaff, I'm like, okay, you need to pack, and she didn't pack any underwear. She's gonna kill me for saying that. But so
we need to cut that.
Okay, I'm gonna cut that.
That's personal.
Yeah, but just teaching her how to pack herself. I think she's so used to me doing things that it's not that she's incapable of doing it. Yeah. She's just like, oh, well, my mom will take care of it.
No, yeah.
And I need to kind of be more aggressive as far as you need to pack.
And that's
on your own. And if you don't have it.
Yeah. And that's what exactly, because, when we used to have a house up north, so when it was just like a lot of the weekend trips. So my kids learned from a very young age. I mean, gosh, my son was only maybe in 4th, 5th.
When he was packing on his own?
No, actually, I was packing, but I would put it on his bed. And then he knows what to put in the bag. So now, obviously, like down the line, he just knows what to do. So, but the girls was the same thing. And I would say, okay, I want you to put all the stuff that you want to bring, put it on the bed, and then I will go through it with you, which one you should take or not. And we did that a few times.
Okay.
And then after we've done that, then when I say, okay, pack your stuff, they already know what to do.
Okay, I'm going to try that because my daughter's actually getting ready to go to science camp. So this weekend is our packing weekend. So I'm going to take tips from Maria and see how well. I want to see how successful it is
and I am
apply
very,
it towards my daughter.
I'm very anal and stuff like that. As a Virgo, it's like I'm so detail oriented.
Exactly.
It's like, oh yeah, but I like seeing it. Let me see what you put, and I say no exactly. And before I would have a list, like, Mom, can you just give us a list of what we need? And that's how I started. I'll give you a list, and you put everything, and then we'll go through it, and you tell, and then I'll see if you did good. So just with that list, it's like, so then they know, and then obviously you tweak it when they have it all laid out there.
Exactly.
And then I said, okay, now it's ready for you to put your bags, and then make sure you don't forget your toiletries, because toiletries always last, because you still have to use it.
You still have to use
Yeah. And underwear, socks and underwear are always key.
Exactly.
And I always tell them, you don't ever leave.
Well, she has a list, so yeah. I think I'm just so used to doing things that
and you have to stop.
I know. I'm just like, oh, it's so much easier if I do it. I know it's going to get done. I need to learn how to let go. And I want her to be a strong, young, independent woman, and there's little things that I think I need to let go of to help her. I mean, she's smart and she's great.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she can do it. You just have to allow her.
I know, but
and she's not going to do it the way you want it You just so you know.
She's not going to do it when I want her to do it. That's going to be the thing. It's
Well,
like, because I get anxiety. I'm like, okay, are you organized? Like, is everything
Yeah.
done? Like, I want it done, like,
right.
the day before, and she wants to probably wait till the last minute.
I'm like looking at the camera, like, no, I know,
It's
and
the
that's the thing.
stresses of being a parent
Well,
is like, how
any
can we
parent.
help our kids become independent, and how can we kind
Don't
of
be afraid that she'll fail, because she will.
I'm not afraid that she's going to fail.
Yes, you are.
I'm just.
You're afraid that she's not going to do it right, and she's going to.
I'm afraid she's probably not going to. We're going to be running around at the last minute, and then I'm going to be like going crazy, like,
And it's
I
gonna fall
told
on
you to do
Well,
it.
yeah.
And then it turns into like
It will.
an argument, and then she's going to like go to camp being like all miserable because like.
Okay, what you do is obviously you pack in advance. That's one thing you really have to teach your kids is to do it, not to do it last minute, right? So you have time just in case there's something missing, right?
Exactly.
So as long as you do it and plan it.
Like I said, that's our weekend project.
And when is
Monday.
Okay, well you need to pack today.
Thank you. I told you.
then time to tweak it tomorrow. There's not anything forgotten.
Well, I told her, I said, today's the day. And she's like, okay.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
I mean, packing to begin with, that's a stress. I don't like to pack. I like to put it off myself.
I like packing. I just don't like unpacking.
Oh my gosh. Unpacking, my suitcase will be there for weeks. It's the packing, because I know me, I like to have everything be organized. I'm not just one of those everything, you throw it all in a bag. No.
You already stated you're a Virgo. I'm surrounded by Virgos.
Yeah.
It's like my mom's
Your
a Virgo.
mom, yeah.
My daughter's godmother is a Virgo.
Yeah.
I mean, every time like we go somewhere
Everything
with
is
my
organized.
daughter, with my daughter's godmother, she has to drive because she has to be in control. I'm like, okay.
Not me. I let somebody
I'm
drive.
like, okay, I'll be the passenger.
Yeah. No, and for me, it's just the whole having everything organized, and I like to know in advance, like, excursions or whatever activities that we don't have to do them, but I just want to have that laid out, just options. At least we know it's.
An itinerary.
Yeah, I like to have a little bit of itinerary.
Absolutely, definitely.
Yeah, especially if you're only going to be there for a few days. If you're there for weeks, then you can be like, oh, okay. But if it's only for a few days, you want to do what you
have a
can.
schedule.
I want to have a little bit of a schedule.
Yeah.
My sister, on the other hand, she doesn't like schedules. She's kind of like, let's just wing it. Yeah, let's wing it kind of thing. And like, meet me in the middle, please. Because when she went with me to New York,
meet me in the middle, please.
When we went to New York, I had everything laid out because it was like I was flying red eye with my daughter, and then we only have a certain amount, so I knew it's like, and if we want to watch a Broadway show, it's like that.
Well, those things you have to plan.
So
obviously.
everything has there's a a little bit of a schedule there.
Yeah.
Which I'm proud that she didn't complain one bit when we were. Because she knows we have to be. Well, we have to be at certain places at a certain time.
Well, absolutely. Yeah.
So dinner here, show there. I think there was one day when it's like anything goes. Like, what are we gonna do? Okay, let's go to Chinatown, and there's like, okay, and so it was kind of nice. So it was no timing. It's just that as long as we're back at our room at a certain time, so we go to the airport. So that was a good thing.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do your kids know how to cook?
My oldest does. My middle, no desire.
No desire.
Really. I mean, she knows how to heat. Yeah.
She knows how to use like
the microwave and the toaster.
Well, we don't use the microwave, but my daughter definitely knows how to use the air fryer.
Yeah. I mean, my middle, not
she knows, my daughter knows how to bake. She loves to bake, but if I said, "Hey, like, do you want to come in the kitchen and help me
I
like
think we
get
talked
dinner
about this.
ready?"
Yeah.
Did we? Yeah.
Yeah. My son, no.
No.
No, and that is something. But then, my husband has no desire. I think that's genetic because my husband has just no desire to even learn.
Okay, so say for example, we got kidnapped by aliens, and our kids were left alone at home. Do you think they would be able to survive like a week?
Oh, they'll have to figure it out. They would have to. There's no DoorDash.
That's another thing. Like, there's things like
because of the
DoorDash.
phone.
Everything is so easy now.
Uber Eats,
that you don't-
DoorDash, girl.
Uber, call a Lyft. I mean, there's so many things now. Like, you don't need to learn how to drive. You don't need to learn how to
That's
cook.
why
because
when you ask, do they know how to cook? But they definitely know
how
to
to order.
Yeah, and it's the easy way. But at least my oldest knows.
Okay.
She loves it. She
That's
wants.
good.
She told my mom she wants all her recipes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's good.
and cause but my middle one, she even took culinary for school.
She did.
Yeah, but still, I don't see her.
They still offer that as a class?
They do, yeah.
Yay, that's good.
But she has no desire to. I have never seen her.
But if she had to, I mean, does she know how to like make a hard-boiled egg? Because
she knows how to make ramen. That's pretty much it.
My daughter knows how to make ramen too. The survival meal, ramen.
She knows how to make ramen.
So she knows how to boil water.
Well, if she has to, yes. But now what we have is what is this? Where you just press it? It's a pot, but when you put water in there,
A teapot.
Yeah, but it's electric, and you just press the thing, and it will boil on its own.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. Things are so different now.
Yeah. It's for hot water or whatever. It's like it is the most convenient thing. I mean, I love it it's just press the button. So I don't have to wait for it to boil because it'll stop on its own.
I like that.
Yeah, so I'm not worried about.
Oh my gosh.
Like the stove being on.
Tell me more about that.
I'll show it to you when we're done. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
do they know how to? Okay, I know your son's not old enough to drive, but
not yet.
And I know your oldest knows how to drive.
Yes, and my middle one just finally got her license.
Did she have to take her test more than once, or how did that go?
She went through a
driving school.
A driving school.
Okay.
So like where you pay for the whole night, like getting her permit, right. And then them teaching her how to drive.
How do you feel about knowing that like she's out there driving? My daughter's not old enough, but I'm just
she hasn't
still
actually driven that much yet.
Okay.
Because I still need to drop her off at school. Because I need the car. Okay. I haven't bought her own car. Like really right now, she really doesn't need it. So I don't know about her with the driving because she's the one that's always worried about how, with her makeup and.
You're afraid she's gonna get an accident putting on her mascara.
I really hope.
No.
Not. Yeah. But that is the reality. And I hope that she won't be getting on her phone while she's driving. You know what I mean? Just those little things.
That it's scary. It really is.
Yeah.
My biggest joke with my daughter is every time she gets in the car, she falls asleep. And she wants to learn how to drive, but I'm like, I don't know. Like, as a joke, I'm like, are you going to be behind the wheel driving and then falls asleep?
But I think if she has a desire to want to learn,
then she'll do well.
No, yes, because my middle one did not.
Oh, okay.
We had to push her. I'm like, are you going? Because I think she's gotten so used to her older sister
driving her,
and her friends are driving.
so she doesn't.
So
really
she's
need-
like, so, but then I think her incentive was when she got a boyfriend. And then, so it was more like, so I just.
That was her motivation.
So she wants to drive to his place,
Oh
or
my
they go
goodness.
somewhere. Because I asked her, "Are you gonna get a job?" Well, I don't have a car. I'm like, you don't need a car
To have a job.
If there's a will, there's a way.
Exactly.
Do you have a will to want to make money?
Does she have a will to want to make money?
I mean, I guess, yeah, because if I stop her allowance, yes.
Yeah. Well, and that's another thing, is like teaching our children the value of $1 and when to spend it and when to save it. And I mean, I was
And
having
mostly she spends it
conversations
on
with
food.
you. You were already talking about IRAs for your kids, like having their
you should
own.
be doing that young anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's something you should really do as early as possible.
See, now I feel like I'm way behind.
Well, no, you're never behind, but it's better.
I mean, she has a savings account, like, that she doesn't touch, that can like grow interest, but I don't think it's going to grow a lot. And then she has her checking account where she has her little Visa card, and I think I even told you, like, I've had to take that away because.
Oh, her debit card, you mean?
Yes, because she'll like order something. I think we had this conversation, and then it's like she doesn't use it anymore, or like they keep taking out every month, and the next thing you know, she has no money in her account, and it just I'm like, so I need to teach her how to spend money.
Yeah, well, that's hard. I didn't give my kids debit cards until they were freshmen in high school.
Okay.
Because usually in grammar school, I'm still usually like driving them, and then if they need something, I'm the one that's. Yeah. But then when you get into high school, and then you start getting you're going to parties, or you're
gosh,
going.
I don't even want to talk about
no,
parties.
I'm saying you're doing stuff after school with your friends, and so they're like, "Can I have some?" Like I need money, so that's more like, okay, I'll put money in your card. So, but I guess when you're in junior high, you go out with your friends too. But usually, from my experience, they're just usually going to each other's houses a lot.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But in high school, I feel like you're doing more. Like you're buying stuff on Amazon for stuff,
she always wants to buy something on Amazon,
right? Or ordering food, and
Yeah.
So.
I'm at that cusp right now where my daughter is growing up. Obviously, I'm having a hard time dealing with it. No, but I want to make sure that she is independent, that she is, she's not there like, oh my God, what's happening?
Yeah, I think she'll be fine.
Yeah.
But you just gotta let go a little bit.
I do. Well, we're going to start with the packing.
I know, packing is like I said,
but she knows how to like make her food. So if it's a holiday or something, and I happen to work, and she's at home, like she knows how to make
her pie
stuff. Well, no, she knows how to bake, but I'm talking about just like making herself lunch, because I'll be at work and I'll call and I'm like, have you eaten today? And
okay, you need to stop that.
To ask her if she's eaten?
Yeah.
Why? I want to make sure she's awake and not still asleep
she's
at
not
12 o'clock in the
anymore.
morning. Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
I don't think I'm the only parent in the world. I hope not.
No, there's nothing. I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong with wondering, have you eaten today? But if you're, how old is she? She's
just turned 14.
Okay.
Remember, like February.
Okay.
Yeah. She's still fresh 14.
There's no reason.
It's a fresh 14-year-old.
There's no reason for you, like, have you eaten today? They're gonna eat when they want to eat. At that age, And they'll find something
to
to eat.
eat. Oh my god.
But I think it's so you're just so concerned, like, what is she eating? You want to make sure she's healthy.
Yes.
Okay, but you can't control that, right?
Not when I'm at work.
There's nothing you can do because there's going to be a point when she's off to college. You can't. She's
I know,
not going to
I know.
be eating healthy.
I'm just
every
hoping
single day.
everything that I've taught her
Oh, she'll
that
remember.
she'll
Oh,
start
yeah.
that she'll actually apply.
She will.
And not rebel against and be like, oh my god, my
Well,
mom like
there's gonna
made
be
me
a
eat
time-
like so
but
healthy.
I hate to say it, but there's going to be a point where it's going to be like, But they go. But you know what? They do. They do remember everything you say. They do. It's just if they're are they going to follow it 100%? No.
No. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
But I think that's where you are right now. You just want to
I
make
am.
sure.
I'm in that stage. Like I think it should be called an awkward parent stage, and not an awkward child stage. Like it's just really, what do I do? Am I doing it? Like am I? I need to let go.
Well, yeah, it's 14. Yeah, this 13, 14, 15, those years. Yeah.
I see her on her way. Like I said, like I know, like I've sent her to camp for like the last 2 years. She's gonna leave again
Yeah.
for camp on Monday. I know, like she's fine.
Well, yeah, if she has survived camp, like
But she
Sean,
still
I
doesn't
think
have to like cook her own meals every day. Or, I just want
that's
to.
how they learn, though.
I know.
That's how they learn. Let's see what she does. She has to learn how to be resourceful, right?
I know. She needs to learn how to do her own laundry too.
But have you taught her though?
I've taught her.
Okay.
But does she do it? No.
Well, you know what? There's hope because my middle one, as long as we've been praying and praying on that. Again, the oldest, no problem. She's been doing laundry since she was 5. No worries, right? 5
For
years
real?
old. I mean, she knew. Yeah, she knows how to fold. All that. It's in her blood. She had that from me.
Yeah.
My middle one, I think she got it from her dad. No desire.
It's like, that wasn't me.
No desire to do any kind of housework, right? So, it's like even her older sister would get mad at her. I'm like, are you gonna do laundry? Because you borrow my stuff and it's dirty, blah blah blah. So I've just been on her and on her. And now that her older sister's in college, is not here. Now she has to do now she's forced to do the laundry because her sister was doing it.
Yeah.
So now because they share clothes and do that.
Exactly.
So now, but it's.
I mean, I think there's certain things though that a child needs to know how to do.
Oh yeah,
in order for them to like be successful.
Yes.
In life, learn how to cook, learn how to do your laundry,
learn how to drive,
learn how to be good with money.
Yes, the money thing they learn from you. You just have to constantly teach them.
Exactly. But it's different now because now everything's on a card. And then the one thing I feel bad about is
you see what she does with the card though, right?
And I see like how like when we go to the store and she has money, I'm like, please just give it to them nice and neat. Like it'll be crumbled and she'll be like, here you go. And I'm like, no, you don't give money like that. Like so it's and
you know what? You just remind me something because my kids are not used to having cash on them. It's all with the card.
Yeah.
So I think the few times I have given them, I said, can you make sure you count what you're giving them, you count what you get back? Because
it is. True. And don't give it to them all crumbled up. It's like, give it to them nice and neat. Yes. So it's just these little things that you would think would come normal naturally. I feel bad because I never really played Monopoly with my child, and I feel like we should have played more Monopoly.
I know,
because then she would
board games.
Well, we played we would play Jenga and we would play games, but not games that involve money.
But you know what? But it's never too late. You just have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't ever think it's too late to teach your child.
No, it's
about money.
it's absolutely
Even
it's
adults
never,
don't know how to deal with money. Oh my gosh, seriously.
No, I know.
So never too late.
It's never too late.
Especially
It's never too late to
especially
learn.
now is the perfect time because she is transitioning
Mm-hmm.
to going into high school, and then eventually she's going to have her. She's going to have a job and she's going to be paying for her own thing, like kind of transitioning into
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, well, when you have a job, then you can pay for this, pay for that. Just have that mentality of like, okay, I need to have a job in order to pay because mom's not going to be here
Yeah.
forever to pay for me. You know what I mean? So now is the perfect time to kind of
It is. I know, like I
into.
said, I'm in that weird, awkward mom stage
Mm-hmm.
where it's like, she's not my little baby. She's always going to be my baby.
course.
But she's growing up, and I want to make sure that she just has the basic independent skills.
I think we all need that.
We all need skills.
I'm like right now. I think we were having this conversation earlier. My oldest, I mean, she's not perfect, but as far as responsibility, it's like I don't worry about that. Like she knows what to do. My son, same thing. I think it's. I'm half Leo, half Virgo. It's just that Leo and him, he just knows, and then, but it's just my middle one. It's always the middle.
And every
one,
time you
right?
say your middle child, I always think the Brady Bunch. Marsha.
She's Jan. She's not really like Jan, but she's just the more like. But the thing is, but that's the thing that sets her apart too, though. My oldest has anxiety. She's a worrier. That's why I think that's what makes her so responsible. She's always thinking, overthinking. I think.
Overthinking.
And then my son is the
Chill.
he's both. He's
Okay.
the one who's more like he would worry about certain things, but then after a little bit, he's like, what am I gonna do? You know, I mean, then he's chill. And my middle one is like too chill, like just like I'll worry about when it happens. I'm not gonna worry about it now. If I forget, I forget. You know, and it's more like, okay, but then who suffers the consequences when you forget? Me. It's like, Mom, but like I think my daughter just expects me to drop everything when she's going through a certain crisis. You know,
Exactly.
it's like it doesn't happen like that. I have a life too.
I'm having a crisis too. We both can't have crisis at the same time.
It's like, and that's why I said, can you? It's like if you need something, give me some time in advance. Don't put it on me that
Last
same
minute.
day, and expect me to just
Drop everything.
go to Walmart at 4 a.m. or something.
No, I'm serious. Like, I think my daughter's like a little bit of both. Like, you know.
Oh my God.
Well, make sure you teach
Oh
your
my God!
kids.
So we just went completely crazy. So anyway,
Teach your kids skills.
basically this conversation was all about independence, and so we went on a tangent here and there. Money,
Laundry,
traveling, but it all comes down to letting go.
What do they say? Let go and let grow.
Let go
and let grow.
And don't be afraid for them to fail.
Yes.
Basically, that's what it is.
It is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So see you again.
Bye.
Bye.